Hey, welcome back to the most passionate show for card collectors on YouTube and possibly the internet. I'm your host, Jake Roy, 90s Bball Cards. Welcome back to another fantastic, sensational show where we're going to bust open some of the greatest packs from the 90s and talk about some of the best inserts that we all love and are passionate about. So today we are right on the heels of that sensational pack opening from last week. If you haven't seen that, check it out. I'll link that up down in the description. We got an absolute fire pull in that. So I'm really excited still about that, and we're hoping that we can keep going with that momentum today with the pack opening that we have for you. A product that I've shared some stories. We've opened this product before, and we haven't had a ton of luck. So hopefully, we keep trying, we keep swinging more at bats. We're bound to hit something eventually. So we hit something great last week. Hopefully we get another great hit this week. Let's get right into it. All right, so today we have packs of 1998-99 Upper Deck UD Choice. So this is another product in the long line of Upper Deck Collector's Choice that just tried to kind of spice it up a little bit with calling it UD Choice this year. So we have 21 packs today, and as I said, we've opened these in the past. What we're looking to get in these are a couple of very rare parallels. So there's not a ton of inserts in these packs. Really, one of the main things is the parallel version. So you've got the Choice Reserve, but then you've got the Prime Choice Reserve, which are all numbered to 100. So obviously getting some stars of those. Specifically, there's Jordan. So 98-99 is one of those years where Jordan was teetering on the edge because of the lockout. We weren't sure if he was going to be retiring or not. So a lot of products did have him, and there are a number of Jordan cards in this product. So we could get some great Jordan cards, and if we get a Prime Choice Reserve, that would be phenomenal. I mean, just a sensational pull again. Number to 100, there are a number of them, so they aren't as valuable as some of the other stuff number to 100 that you might see out there from the 90s. But you're looking at about $400 or $500 for a Prime Choice Reserve of Jordan, any one of them. There's a base and there's some subset ones as well. And then you've got other stars, obviously, Kobe, you've got Iverson, Penny, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Shaq, you name it. There's every star from the 90s basically in here, and Prime Choice Reserve of any of those guys will be phenomenal. If you're looking at like a Penny, you're probably looking at about $100 card right there. The Jordan, like I said, is about a $400 or $500 card. The Kobe, there's not as many copies or many versions as there are Jordan, so definitely between that $100 to $500 range is what you're looking at for a guy like Kobe. So very valuable cards there, but we can always get a Matt Geiger or some other common card of those. So not going to go through all the inserts right now. We'll get into the PC stuff, but the other highlight in this is the StarQuest. So I've talked on my video to Santa and my wish list. I've talked in the last time we opened these. The StarQuest Gold Penny is one that I salivate over. Those are numbered to 100 also, just like the Prime Choice Reserve, but they're an insert parallel. So, a little bit more sought after. Those gold, again, numbered to 100. The Penny, it's about a $500 card, so a significant step up from the Prime Choice Reserve. The Jordan, not many of those come up. The few that I have seen come up for sale are typically graded. So raw, it's hard to say, especially in today's market where Jordan prices are just skying, just unbelievable. They're skyrocketing, day after day. They seem to be setting new records. So, I would guesstimate about a $4,000 or $5,000 card for the Jordan. So, that would be absolutely unbelievable. But again, StarQuest has basically one star from each team, but there are some common players that we could potentially get if we do get one of those gold, if we are lucky enough to get one. A guy like Bobby Jackson or Mo Taylor is not necessarily bringing the fire as much as one of those other stars like Jordan, Kobe, Penny, and so on. So those are some of the highlights of what we could get here. Again, 21 packs. We've got quite a few packs. These are not necessarily the easiest thing to come by, but when you do find a good seller like I did, it's always fun. So actually the dealer who I got these from, we did a little bit of conversation. He cut me a great deal. I was telling him about the channel. He's very excited to see these ripped open. He has a number of more loose packs and boxes, so I'll link his information down in the description below if you're interested in getting some more of this product for yourself to try to duplicate what we do, or maybe do better than what we do. We'll see how we fare when we get into the packs. While he's got some more inventory, check out that seller if you're looking. Like I said, you know, he was able to get me a good deal on these, so hopefully he's got some more left by the time you're seeing this. And his information will be down in the description if you want to try to get some. He's got other stuff too, but obviously we're talking about UD Choice today, so. That's the product. Let's get into some of the PC and some of the fire that we could potentially pull. All right, so here we've got some of the items that we could pull, some of the fire and some of the PC items. So starting right up here, we'll go left from right. We've got the StarQuest. These are the 1 stars or the blues. So these, we have a Michael Jordan, we've got a Penny Hardaway, and we've got an Allen Iverson. So 3 of probably the more collectible guys, in my opinion, for my collection. You know, Kobe's obviously up there, but these are 3 of my favorites to get. These are 1 in every pack. So we'll get at least 1 every time we open one of these packs. So we'll see plenty of these blue ones. And, you know, these are just kind of the base level insert. So it's always fun to get a insert. Obviously, the Jordan is going to be the most collectible. The Penny is my PC. So those are what we're looking for. You know, if you're looking at something like the Jordan's about a $5 card or so. I mean, in today's market, maybe it's 10. Not the most expensive cards of Jordan, but obviously it's always fun to pull a Jordan in a 30 card set. You know, it's not necessarily guaranteed, even with having 20 plus packs like we have today. So, you know, love to see Jordan, love to see Penny, you know, and on the back, that's where you can see the 1 star on that left-hand side, right next to the player's face. That's how, you know, that's how they were originally known as 1 stars, but they've since been known to be called the blues. So that's the first level of StarQuest. The next level up, we've got the green, we've got a Jordan, we've got a Penny, and we've got an Iverson. These are 1 in 8 packs for the green version, or the 2 stars. So that next step up, you know, again, you're getting a little bit more expensive, a little bit more rare, 1 in 8 packs. A good chance we'll see a couple of these. Again, the Jordan is definitely the most valuable. That's probably about a $15 to $20 card right now. And, you know, the Penny is probably about a $2 to $5 card. So you can see the kind of the difference in the value there. But then, again, on the back, you've got green. Again, you can see next to the player's face on the left, you've got those 2 stars. But then you also start at this level having basically a blank spot for the other 2 stars for the next 2 levels. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a tease that you know that there's 2 other levels you could potentially get. So love to see us get some of the fire players in that set. And then the next level up to the 3 star, so this is the highest level that I have in my collection. So we've got the Jordan and we've got the Penny Hardaway as well. So these are 1 in 23 packs. So a shot to get one, you know, we've got 21 packs. Hopefully we see one of the better players, you know. So the Jordan, last I looked, was about a $30 to $40 card. It might be up to $50 at this point, honestly. You know, the Penny, again, probably about a $5 to $10 card, but that's not an uncommon one to find in lots, honestly, and you can probably get it for a better price. You know, I always love this red with the Jordan, almost like the PMG red. It just plays with the Bulls colors perfectly, so that's one that I love to see. You know, if you're looking at another Bull, there's also Tony Kukoc in this set. So interesting that the Bulls have 2, whereas everybody else in the league only has 1 player. But got to squeeze Jordan in there somehow, right? So then again, on the back, you can see you've got the red coloration there, and then you've got the 3 stars denoted next to the player's face. So as we said at the beginning, the next level, the 4 star, is gold. So a lot of people call that just the gold StarQuest, you know, or you could call it 4 star like I call it. So those are the next level up, and again, the values skyrocket at that point. So would absolutely love to see a sensational card like that come out of these packs. The next insert that we have here are the mini bobbleheads. So these here are 1 in 4 packs. A good shot to get a couple. So we've got a Jordan, we've got an Iverson, I've got plenty of pennies. In fact, you might have seen in the beginning, I've got a lot of different cards and stuff behind me. I've got a lot of these mini bobbleheads. I've got plenty of this penny that aren't popped out, but I have some fun with these. These aren't terribly valuable cards. You know, you're probably looking at $1 for most, and the Jordan might be a $5 card. You know, so even for a Jordan card, not the most valuable card in the world. Pretty common to come by, but these are fun to pop out and have as little display pieces, maybe your desk at work. I have a bunch down here of a bunch of different players, so fun cards for sure. Obviously, popping these puppies out, you know, kind of ruins any value that you might have had on any of those, but fun nonetheless. So that's that. Then we'd go to the parallels. So here's the Choice Reserve. Here's a Jordan. So this is the base set I did talk about. There's a number of parallels, or a number of subsets with this parallel as well. But kind of a cool cracked ice on that lettering. If you can make it out, it does say Choice Reserve on there. So kind of a neat little thing. It can go unnoticed if you don't catch that light. So do keep an eye out for your cards if you do have a parallel. The Jordan's about a $20 to $30 card. You know, regardless of if it's the base or the subsets, but the base does tend to be a little bit more highly sought after. Nice action shot there, whereas some of the subsets are a little bit more of a mundane shot. And then one of my favorite cards that I was able to get later on is the Prime Choice Reserve of Penny. So these again are numbered to 100. You can see that on the bottom, on the back. So this is number 16 out of 100. This one, it's just encased and authenticated by BGS. It was not given a numeric grade, and I did not send it into BGS. It was something that I got in a trade like this. So this is one of those cards that I wanted so badly as a child. When I was opening all these packs, I always dreamt of, you know, I knew what the Choice Reserve looked like. I was like, I can't even imagine what the Prime Choice Reserves, but you can see here it just says Prime on the top, so just a little bit of added text with the same pattern there. So it's not that much different, honestly, but the big difference is the number to 100. So looking at the front, it could go missed. You could not pick up that Prime part, but you can definitely see it if you look at the back. So that's where to make sure you check, to double check yourself. And then one of the other things I did want to mention, so here we've got an Iverson. This one you can see in the gold lettering, it says preview up above. So one of the things that I do see some questions come in is people looking for UD Choice on eBay. They find a box, it's called a preview box. Usually those have some yellow color to it rather than the regular boxes. So in those preview boxes or preview packs sometimes, all of the cards will have this preview stamped on top, and there are no inserts in those at all. So if you're looking to get UD Choice and you want a chance to get one of the Prime Choice Reserves or one of the Gold StarQuest 4 stars, you're not going to find those in the preview. So you can typically find a pretty good deal on the preview boxes, and that's why, because you're just looking at getting some of these base cards. You know, you've got all the same players that you would have in the base set, just with that preview stamp on there. So still plenty of fun. You can still get Jordans, but not nearly the same as what you could get in the regular star, or the regular UD Choice boxes. So that's some of the PC items and some of the fire we could pull. Let's get right into the packs and hope we get another great pull like we did last week. All right, so here we've got our 21 packs. You can see right here it says 12 cards per pack. You can definitely tell that they are pumping the StarQuest tiered insert cards. We talked about that plenty, and that's really what we would love to see. One of the interesting things I always like to see on some of these from 98-99 is it does say Series 1 NBA. There was only one series, so there's no Series 2. They might have had plans to make a Series 2, but because of the lockout, some of those plans got foiled. So let's get right into it. All right, there we go with our StarQuest right on the top. Terrell Brandon with a Bucks. Harvey Grant, a little bit of sticking. No paper loss, which is good. Sharif Abdur-Rahim. We got Bryant Reeves. No, here's a backwards one. All right, well, it's Jordan. I was thinking we might have a choice reserve to start with Jordan, but that's all right. Those are to come. Chris Gatling with Kendall Gill. Mark Price, love that with the Magic. Jim McIlvaine. There's one of the Jordan subsets, Flash Stats. Detlef Schrempf. Here's another one of the subsets. That's the Nets card, a playoff return. And we'll get one of these, little competition to draw your own card. Nothing to get too excited about. All right. All right, there we go with a 2-star Gary Payton. So those are 1 in 8 packs. Good to get a nice Hall of Famer like Gary Payton. Jerome Williams. Got a Grant Hill. We'll put him in the star pile. Let's see, we got the back of a Rasheed Wallace. Could it be a choice? Oh, look at that. All right. We'll wait for the Juwan Howard. But Rasheed Wallace, and then we've got a mini bobblehead of Juwan Howard with Wizards. J.R. Reed. Bobby Phils. Randy Brown. There's a subset, Kevin Garnett. You got a Chris Mills. Flash Stats, Glenn Robinson subset, and one on the back here. Can we pry it apart? Or is it just a misprint? I can't tell. There we go. All right, Bryant Stith, and another draw your own card. All right, finally. All right, Alonzo Mourning, 1-star. Got a Karl Malone. John Stockton, nice that those came in a pair. Sticking seems to be getting a little bit worse. All right, Chauncey Billups with the Raptors. I'm gonna go with the backwards of Tony Kukoc, Horace Grant, Joe Smith, Tim Thomas, Flash Stat subset of Rod Strickland, Nate McMillan, Antonio Daniels, backwards one again, Michael Smith. Draw your own card. All right, there we go with a 1-star of Kobe Bryant. Very nice. Gary Payton base. Vin Baker. Sean Elliott. Go to backwards, Glenn Rice. Brian Shaw. Sean Leonard. PJ Brown. Hersey Hawkins. Got a David Robinson Flash Stats. Oh, that should go in the stars. Sorry. John Stockton subset and Ray Allen subset. I'll put them there. All right, 1-star Hakeem. At least we're getting good players for the StarQuest. That's always a plus. Tim Hardaway. Got Alonzo Mourning. Again, nice duo there for the Heat. Oh, we got one stuck to the back. Kobe Bryant. Great picture there for Kobe. Got a Ray Allen backwards. Dana Barrows. Kenny Anderson. We've got, who's this? Eldridge. Renscar. Gary Payton. John Wallace. Clyde the Glide. Flash Stats of Wesley Person. Jordan. All right, well, I might have jinxed us on the last one. We've got a 1-star of Mo Taylor. Nice shot there of Tim Duncan. Billy Owens. Dikembe Mutombo. There we go with another bobblehead, Rasheed Wallace. Sean Rooks. Come on. There we go. Robert Ory. Corey Blount. Another one stuck. Boy. These aren't getting damaged too badly, but I don't like that. Monty Williams. We got a Marcus Camby Flash Stats. Another one on the back. Vinny Del Negro. Oh, there we go with the choice reserves. Gary Payton. There's one of the subsets. Very nice. All right, another 2-star there of Damon Stoudemire. Again, 1 in 8 packs, so that's matched the odds thus far. Cedric Henderson. Juwan Howard. Big Z. Oh, got another bobblehead. Who could it be? Let's see if we can peel it off. Another Juwan Howard. Interesting. Charlie Ward, the Heisman winner. Big Charles Oakley, similar to that Duncan picture. Allen Houston. Come on. There we go, another Clyde the Glide subset. Doug Christie. There we go with the Kobe subset, very nice. Then we've got a Lee Mayberry, another Jordan. All right, 1-star Reggie Miller, J.R. Ryder, got another Sean Elliott, Vin Baker, backwards Hakeem, another Mark Price, Charlie Ward again, Charles Oakley again, Michael Williams. We'll go with the Shaq subset. Elliot Perry. Backwards Kendall Gill. Oh, and a little bit of extra. That looks like a cut from the Jordan. Interesting. Don't know where that would go. Trash. All right, another Reggie Miller 1-star. Corliss Williamson, Rasheed Wallace, J.R. Reed, Mookie Blaylock, backwards, not a prime. Irvin Johnson, Tyrone Hill, Anthony Peeler, Vin Baker, Avery Johnson. We got an Anthony Johnson, the Johnson brothers. I don't know if they're related. Pete Chilcutt. All right, Kobe 1-star. Love it. John Starks, Patrick Ewing, Sam Cassell, backwards Danny Fortson, got a the Reverend Knight, Derek Anderson, Keith Booth with the Bulls, got a Brian Russell, subset of Carl the Mailman Malone, Jacques Vaughn. Come on. There we go. Backwards Vitali and Jordan. All right, 1-star Kenny Anderson, Corliss Williamson, Rasheed Wallace. This is looking familiar. Looks like a Kevin Garnett base. Very nice picture. I love that. Tyrone Hill, Anthony Peeler, Paul Grant. Come on. Subset of Glenn Rice. We've got a Scott Burrell, subset of Antoine Walker. There we go with the choice reserves of Isaac Austin. I almost thought that was a prime at first. I think I'm psyching myself out with all these. Always gotta check the back, just to be sure. One-star Steve Smith, J.R. Ryder, that's our third, I think. J. Kidd. Iverson, love that photo. Love the shoes. It's beautiful. Beautiful Iverson. Keith Van Horn backwards. We've got a Chris Carr. Roderick Rhodes. Mario Ellie. Del Curry, Steph's daddy. Dikembe Mutombo. Put that over here. Andrew DeClerc. Backwards, Randy Brown. Jordan. One-star penny. Love it. Corliss Williamson. For the third or fourth time, Rasheed Wallace again. Those two must come in a pair. J.R. Ryder again. Here's another Iverson. Could it be a choice? No. It's all right. Sean Rooks. Robert Horry. Big Shot Bob. Corey Blount. John Stockton. Subset. Ding corner. That's a bummer. Monty Williams. Come on. Marcus Camby. Backwards, Bobby Phils. And another Jordan. This comments pile is getting unruly. Let's see some gold. Nope. Wow, even worse. One-star, terrible corner there on that Patrick Ewing. That's a bummer for sure for any Knicks fans. J Kidd, another Iverson. Always love another Iverson. Nick Anderson. All right. Nick Anderson again. I'll put that one in the comment pile. We got one in each. Irvin Johnson. Tyrone Hill. Anthony Peeler. Vinny Del Negro. Vin Baker subset. And Avery Johnson. Randy Brown. Another bum corner. 2 bum corners on that. Woof. Grant Hill. Another KG. Oh, this one's sticking even worse. Come on. There we go. Stephon Marbury. Great duo from the 90s. Loved watching them together. And this one's stuck to the one on the back, too. Gotta be careful. Terrell Brandon. Another one in the back, Hakeem. I'm not going to bother with that. Dale Davis. Got a Lorenzen Wright. Rodney Rogers on the back. Antonio McDyess. Very cool picture there. Larry Johnson subset. Aaron McKee, Tracy Murray, and Jordan. One-star Keith Van Horn, another ding corner. Man, these all look like they got bad corners here. It looks like it just got accordioned in. Let's hope there's no big hits in this, or else it'll be kind of a bummer. We've got a Penny Hardaway, John Stockton. Another Penny. This is a Penny pack for sure. Penny bobblehead. Paul Grant. Corey Carr. Roderick Rhodes. David Robinson. We've got Anthony Johnson. Corliss Williamson subset. There we go. Ron Harper. And Jordan. One-star Jason Kidd, Reggie Miller base, Hakeem, Charles Barkley. I'm sorry, Hakeem. I'm sorry. Juwan Howard, Mark Jackson, Dale Davis. Lorenzen Wright. There's another Jordan. It's been a while since we've seen a Jordan, at least since that first couple packs. Detlef Schrempf. Rod Strickland. Another Jordan. All right, 3-star. Very nice there. Grant Hill. Whew. 1 in 23 packs for that. John Starks. Another penny. This one's not so banged up. Nick Anderson. Jerome Williams backwards. PJ Brown. Got a Big Shot Bob. Sean Rooks. Got a Kevin Willis. Dean Garrett. Who's this? Bimbo Coles. One of the best names in the league. Charles Oakley. And the Jordan. Ooh, we got 1-star Iverson. Okay. Danielle Marshall. Got Eric Dampier. Jerome Williams. Cedric Henderson. Rodney Rogers. Sean Bradley. Eric Strickland. Nate McMillan. Antonio Daniels subset. Hersey Hawkins. Sean Rooks. Another Jordan. All right, 2 more packs. Let's see. Okay, a 2-star of Steve Smith. So that in the red beat the odds with 21 packs. Gary Payton. Tim Duncan. There we go with another bobblehead. Marcus Camby. Got a Steve Nash. Rex Chapman. Dennis Scott. Lots of Suns in this pack. Wow. There's a checklist. Jordan is on the checklist. So that's a nice card to get. Even in a prime, it's a nice one to get. Eric Williams. Another Jordan. It's the second checklist. Both checklists have Jordan on it. Interesting, we got both in one pack. Tony Delk backwards. All right, last pack. So we've beat the odds already with the 3 2-stars and 1 red. Can we crush the odds and get a red Jordan? Can we get a 4-star? That's what I really want to see. I'm hoping we've got it in here. Oh no. Oh no. A damaged Grant Hill 1-star. All right. Well, maybe we'll get a prime still. Let's see. Iverson. J. Kidd. Shaq. Not bad. Here's a Michael Finley. Corey Blount. Rodney Rogers. Lorenzen Wright. Subset of Sean Bradley. Come on. Doesn't want to let go. Just let go. Eric Montross. Wesley Person. Charlie Ward backwards. And another Jordan. All right, so the hunt continues for a 4-star. We did beat the odds, so that's definitely nice. You know, getting more than what we had expected. We got 3 of the 2-stars, so those were nice to get. 1 in 8 packs, expected to get roughly 2 based on the odds, but getting a 3rd one. But the best one that we got was really the Gary Payton, so not a huge value card there, but definitely cool. The green with the Sonics, definitely a cool look there. And then we did get one 3-star, so these were 1 in 23 packs. Again, we had 21 packs, so definitely nice to get that. Grant Hill is one of those great players from the 90s. Love seeing his cards, but again, not going to be a very valuable card there. So not the most expensive stuff in the world. Did get 5 Jordans, but again, these are just base Jordans. If you include the checklist, I should say, and don't include the other cards, the build your own card or what have you. So, a base, we got 2 subsets that were duplicates, and then we got the 2 checklists. So I think there's 5 Jordans in the base set altogether. 2 of them are subsets, 2 are checklists, 1 being the regular base card. So you can see we got 21 packs. We got 5 Jordan base cards, no inserts of Jordan, no bobbleheads. No prime choice. We did get 2 choice reserves, but they weren't stars. Gary Payton again was the best one there. So, Gary Payton was prevalent in this box, or in these packs, I should say, not a box. The bobbleheads were nothing to write home about for the most part. Either being damaged like the penny, or, Marcus Camby, not a very collectible guy. Juwan Howard got a couple of those. So, definitely, if we're looking at an ROI, not necessarily an ROI positive, but, if we get a Jordan 3-star instead of a Grant Hill, that kind of turns everything around. And, some of those 4 stars are still out there waiting for me to grab them. So, that's definitely kind of been the story of my collecting with these. I've opened a lot of these. I know I've talked about it a lot. My dad loved this set. It was also pretty affordable, and UD Choice was a pretty affordable product geared towards beginner or kids in the collecting world. So pretty affordable stuff, but obviously if you hit one of those big cards, then it's gonna be a nice day for you. So I can't count how many boxes or packs of this I've opened. Obviously we've opened a number of packs here with you, so I'm still hunting, still looking to get that fire in these UD Choice packs. But that kind of highlights how hard it really is. I mean, these cards were massively produced. It is not hard to find any of these base cards. They were made in droves. So those cards that are numbered to 100 are very, very hard to come by in packs. And even online, I mean, the penny prime choice, I think I've seen 1 sell on eBay in the last 10 years. It's numbered to 100. There's plenty of other cards numbered to 100 that I've seen pop up, but those do not come up often. It's usually kind of through talking to other collectors who have some of these cards. The Jordans tend to pop up a little bit more because sometimes those higher price cards, people are more readily used to moving those. So, UD Choice, definitely a fun rip. Sometimes you can get the packs pretty affordably. Again, like I said, the seller who I got these from, I will link his information down in the description if you're interested in getting some and trying your luck. And maybe some of those packs I didn't pick up might have some of that fire I was hoping for. I would love to hear if you do pick some up, if you get some of that fire busting through these packs. And like I talked about, those bobbleheads, the fun thing for me was popping some of these out. When I was a kid, I was always kind of nervous to do so. But the interesting thing is actually over here, there's a trivia question, and you can only find out the answer. You can see these trivia questions when you first have the card in the pack. You can only find out the answer if you pop them open. They're on the green part of the flap on the head, so you do have to destroy these cards to get the answer. But sometimes you might know the answer. Some of these trivia questions aren't the hardest, and obviously when these came out, we couldn't really just readily Google stuff. Now you can pretty much Google the answers if you really want to know. But you can have some fun, like I have. Pop some of these open, display them as you will. Fun conversation piece. Somebody might kind of be like, oh, what's that? And you can kind of talk to them about your love and your passion for sports cards and basketball cards. So question of the day for you is, like this, have you popped, or do you like to pop these out? Or, maybe some of the sticker cards, do you like to use those as stickers rather than keeping them for the collectability as a card? So drop that down in the comments if you enjoy popping some of these open, or if you don't. Whatever you like to do, I would love to hear. Or if you know other people who have done some fun things with some of these cards. I know some people have done some fun projects with cards that might ruin the value of them in some cases, but sometimes they're kind of base level cards, and sometimes what they turn them into is something that is quite a sight to behold. I know one of my favorite things I saw on Twitter was actually somebody who took a regular wooden coffee table or what have you, and they took a bunch of cards that they had, from the junk wax era or whatever, of players that they like, and they did almost like a collage all over the table and sealed that up. So now it's a table that just has a ton of cards all over the top of it. So it's really cool. Something that I think I might actually do with some penny cards that I have at some point in the future. I think that'd be a fun project. Really cool piece in kind of like a man cave or a card room or what have you. So some of those projects, if there's some projects that you've taken on like that, drop that down in the comments. Maybe post that on social media and tag me in that. or if there's other things that you have seen, projects similar that other people have done. Again, drop that down in the comments, let me know, and if you see something on social media, please feel free to tag me. I would love to take a look at those. So thanks for joining me. Again, we beat the odds, love beating the odds, love talking to you about this great hobby that we are passionate about. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any videos in the future. New videos will drop on Wednesdays, any bonus content will drop on Fridays, and if you want to check out the merch, the link will be down in the description. Some cool stuff. I'm not sporting any today, but I have plenty of it. That's typically my weekend attire, is some of that merch. I just really enjoy it. It's some fun stuff in there. So check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. We'll talk later. Bye.